I'm excited to have with me on the closing act music and entertainment program international renowned Jugpreet Bajwa, who is an Indo-Canadian classical, folk, and rock singer and a composer. And he's also sings the Canadian anthem at the Vancouver Canucks Games and Whitecaps, as well as the US anthem at the Stanley Cup Finals. And he is here to talk about his background, a little bit about his music background, which is a stellar music background, I should say, and about the Wingspan program that I'm so excited. And welcome, Jagpreet.
Thank you so much for having me. It's great to be on with you, and hello to all the viewers watching.
Yeah, so I understand your passion for music started at 5 and your first performance was at 6 years old. Is that correct?
That's right. Yeah,
Oh,
no, yeah, it's crazy. I mean, I'm 29 now, so it's like, 23 years of my life have been sort of dedicated to music, and I mean, there's really been no looking back ever since that first performance. It's really lucky to be in a career like this, from a lot of times when you have childhood dreams, your dreams change so constantly. But for me, right from the beginning, it was always music, and I'm so glad that stuck with me for, since that age.
I mean, it's amazing. And you're such an inspiration to many, you know, following your dreams. And just to add, you speak 16 languages. Is that
I
that
sing
that?
in 16 different languages. Yeah, I've sung in 16 different languages, and it's great to be a part of. I've always believed that music really has no language. It's so universal, and the knowledge of language really helps in understanding, obviously the meaning of the lyrics and everything. But I think, the way we express when we sing can really tell the whole story without even really having to understand what the language is sometimes.
Yes. And before we get into the Wingspan program, I have to ask you, how does it feel to be an inspiration, a role model, but also singing in front of, at the Canuck games and performing? Like I understand it was like over 500 stages. Is that right? Like or more, I should say. Like
Yeah. I mean, now it's been over
oh,
1,500 now, but I mean,
oh,
it's very kind of you to say. I've never really looked at myself as like an inspiration or anything like that. I mean, it's really kind for people to say that. I've always wanted to sort of spread that message of inclusion and love throughout the world and through the music I'm doing, and I'm just so glad that people have responded to it so well. And I think the people around me, like yourself and so many other people have been the inspirations and the catalysts for me to, really continue and do what I'm doing. So it's so surreal to be singing at different stages and on different platforms from, obviously Saregama, which if you translate that into English, it means do re mi fa so, but it's based out of India, and it was equivalent to American Idol. It broadcasted in over 165 different countries
wow.
around the world. So to reach the top three in that competition with millions of people watching around the world, and obviously doing the Canucks and Whitecap stuff, it's been it's really been a dream, and a dream that, like I said, it's from all the support around me that's got me to this point.
Well, congratulations. And I want to talk about the Wingspan program and your involvement.
Yeah, so the Wingspan program has been organized by Professor Leslie Roman from UBC, and basically artists from all across Canada who have a neurological or a physical disability are selected through a process. And basically, the goal of Wingspan is to um, go into different schools as artists with disabilities, and sort of in your own provinces. So it's amazing to see that Wingspan right now is in three different provinces across
Mm,
Canada. And to be the only person from BC, doing it, and representing BC. I mean, it means a lot,
Yes.
to be a part of it. And so I'm so thankful to Wingspan for that opportunity. And so I've had the chance to obviously go back to my old stomping grounds, if you will, in
Yeah.
Seaquam Secondary, which is in Delta, and in Elsie Roy Elementary School in Vancouver. And the objective is to basically work with students from across all grades. So I've been working with grades 8 to 12 in a regular setting, and grade four in elementary school in Vancouver. So basically, the objective is to spread and sort of talk about inclusion and diversity, how we can,
Mm.
be more accessible as a society, how can we be more inclusive, talk about ableism, and its role in society, and how, sometimes as a society, we can be ableist without even knowing that we're being ableist sometimes. So,
Mm.
kind of giving students that experience, but also doing fun sensory activities with them, and sort of making them understand that, hey, just because I can't see, it doesn't mean there aren't any alternatives to enjoying life, or to doing tasks, or to doing things. And I would say that this experience for me has been super amazing, because
Mm.
I have learned so much from the students. The sense of community and the sense of response I've gotten from all sorts of students, and the amount of students that have come up to me outside of class time and have told me, things that they would never tell anybody else. And trusting me with that. And I just feel so grateful that, I've been able to connect with them in some sort of way. And, to have that, it means a lot. And now we're planning this showcase, which is going to be happening on May 31st. So that'll be a Friday. And that showcase will be at the Seaquam Secondary School Theater, at 3 p.m. And we're planning to have a lot of students come in and present sort of what they've learned through the program through me. And we're going to have some amazing performances and amazing things, sort of, a presentation of what they've learned. And so, to be a part of this, and to be a part of all of it, it's been such an honor.
Oh, wow, it's so wonderful. And I mean, how can one get involved? Like,
It's free. So in terms of the showcase and stuff, if you're sort of asking about that aspect, it's definitely free.
yes.
And it's open to the public. It's open to the audience, and I know I'll be performing there as well with the students. And we also have some amazing artists who are part of the Winnipeg or Manitoba catchment of the program. They're coming out as well. So we got Connor Dara, who's going to be performing, and he's working with Wingspan in Manitoba. And so yeah, so we're it's going to be great. And some local amazing performers as well. So I'm really looking forward to having a good audience there, and really getting it all started.
Yes, and they can, go online and check out for more information, right? And
Absolutely.
yes, and I mean that is just so wonderful. And I can tell your passion, right? It's just oozing by the computer, how passionate you are, what you do, and you are an inspiration. And so I want to ask you, what is next? What is next for you?
Well, I think so I launched my music company a couple years ago, with my team and my family as well, and
Mm.
it's called Sunlay Music, which means listen to the beautiful music, that kind of vibe that we're going for. And I think like the biggest thing for us is to do different sort of versatile type things. But now I've started really getting into the pop side and the R&B side,
Mhm.
doing some like English and Punjabi fusion, that kind of thing. So yeah, just working on my projects, continuing to do that. Trying to be as active on social media as I can,
Yeah.
and really just continuing to build that fan base. And obviously, doing the anthems at sporting events like the Canucks and everything, has really helped me develop a new sort of fan base that I never thought I could, from the North American side. And I think that's something I really take a lot of pride in, to have, that, when I remember the very first time I did the Canucks anthem performance, it was during the COVID shortened season. So that was in 2021.
Mhm.
And I was singing in an empty building, and it was, at
Yeah.
Rogers, with me and just the players. So it felt like I was just kind of singing to the players and then a bunch of people who were watching the game. But I remember just going online after and just seeing all the love and support, and national media like Elliot Friedman and so many people retweeting it, and just that whole sort of thing was catapulted me into really continuing this and being on this journey.
Yeah. So, you have such a beautiful voice,
Yeah.
and it was a pleasure speaking with you today. And I love for you to come back. And before we leave, is there anything else you'd like to add?
No, I just really want to say to everyone, just keep doing what you're doing. Nothing can stop you from achieving your goals and your passions. I completely believe in that. It can be anything as little as, you know, um, getting into a certain career, or, I always feel like having a successful life doesn't mean you have to have this really big and lucrative sort of thing that you have to
Mm.
go for. It's all about living to your true self. And I think just understanding that we have limitless amounts of potential within us. But that's all I really want to say. And just also want to add on that would love to see everybody come out to the showcase, and it'd be really fun to have an awesome audience there. And I'm sure it's gonna be amazing.
Thank you so much. And, I so enjoyed our conversation today. And thank you, Jugpreet.
Thank you so much for having me on.
Yes.